Traditional glass cane is produced by two people twisting molten glass. My technique produces much tighter twists with a vitrigraph, a gas vitrigraph kiln. This is the gas vitrigraph kiln. It's powered by propane. What we do is we take a flower pot, load it up with scraps of color rods, and place them into the kiln, which has a hole in the bottom, which you'll see in a moment. The kiln is lined with fiberfrax material and it can go up to about 2,000 degrees if it wants to. The pot is loaded above the hole and we position it so that it's properly centered. That's not quite centered, so I have to, of course, mess with it a little bit. And then we are going to, sorry, I don't have a GoPro, so I have to use one hand to hold the camera. Turn on the propane. Usually we start it at low so that we don't risk cracking any glass that's in there. The torch is started by hand. It's a homemade, handmade burner that we have here. You can see that the pressure is about 4. We'll take the pressure up to about 15 to get it up to the temperature that we want. It usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes. What I've found is that you have to turn the pressure back down to about 4 a little bit before the glass starts to drip down through the bottom of the flower pot. So now we've got it up to about 15. You can see it's starting to heat up and it will soften the glass, and the glass will eventually start dripping down through the pot. Here you can see that the glass is just starting to melt a little bit, forming down at the bottom of the pot. So then what happens is you have to grab the filament as it comes out. And at the beginning it's quite hot to the touch, and so what I found is I just try and use some nippers here. These aren't the usual. Keep in mind I haven't done this in about 10 years, so this is not the optimal. You're not seeing me at my best here. This is not an optimal thing. Normally I can get it quite straight. So I've given up on that. I'm just going to ouch. I'm going to grab it by my fingers and twist it. Now, once you've got the glass at the right viscosity and temperature, and the glass rod comes down, you can twist it very rapidly and produce these tight spirals into the glass. The other technique that you can do here is you can produce what's called a perversion, which are a hemihelix. A hemihelix is where you just basically you twist in one direction and then you stop after a while, and then you will turn it in the other direction, which supposedly I'm going to do here pretty soon. Maybe here pretty soon. No, I'm still twisting it in one direction. So apparently you're not going to see me twist it in the other direction. Oh, there we go. I finally did it. So you can make a hemihelix that way. The actual stop in between them is called a perversion. You can do single or multiple perversions. Now I'm twisting it the other way. A similar thing can be done with rubber bands. Twist it up properly. And so that's basically the technique. The nice thing about this is normally they use an electric kiln suspended with a hole in the bottom. The problem there is there's a chance of shock, getting electrocuted. But with the gas kiln, the only problem is that you can get burned. My fingertips are pretty well calloused up, so it doesn't matter. There you see it. There we go. You can see this how it's twisted. As I say, when I've done it in my prime, I could get a very straight cane to come out of it and produce these little Supertwisties. So afterwards, here you see that the colors have melted down through the pot, and you can see you can put in multiple colors in there, and these are the results of what's coming out. They may not be straight, but they are definitely twisted up, something like you would not believe. And I believe that's the demo.